This podcast is brought to you by Daba, your most comprehensive platform for investing in African stocks, bonds, and managed funds. You can download the Daba app on your favorite Google and Apple app stores. Today, we take a close look at the trading session of Monday, September 29th, 2025, on the BRVM, the regional stock exchange. And we begin with good news. Even though the main indices closed slightly lower, several standout stocks posted very strong gains. For investors, this is a reminder that opportunities remain present, even on a down day. Let's take the time to unpack what happened, why it matters, and what it means for your investment. Let's start with the stars of the session. The biggest winner was FILTISAC Côte d'Ivoire, closing at 345 franc CFA. The stock rose by 7.32% in a single day. Over the past 12 months, it has climbed nearly 27%. For investors, this tells a clear story. FILTISAC, active in the industrial sector, has shown resilience and solid performance. It continues to reward those who place their confidence in companies that manufacture essential goods. In practical terms, if you're building a portfolio that favors stability and growth in African industry, FILTISAC is exactly the type of company to watch closely. Not far behind, ORAGROUP Togo also stood out, closing at 2,295 francs CFA after gaining 7.31% during the day. Since the start of the year, the stock has gained almost 30%. This rise reflects growing trust in the financial sector and especially in regional banks that combine expansion with solid fundamentals. For investors, it highlights how West African banking continues to attract capital, driven by consumer lending, regional trade, and digital financial services. Next, we turn to BERNABE Côte d'Ivoire, which ended the session at 1,150 francs CFA, rising 6.45% for the day. Over 1 year, this stock has soared 54.93%. That's remarkable performance for a company in the distribution and industrial materials sector. What does it mean for you? It means companies that provide building materials and related services are benefiting from Africa's rapid urbanization and infrastructure development. Investors who believe in the continent's construction boom may see BERNABE as a strong candidate for long-term gains. BERNABE Côte d'Ivoire, one of the country's largest banks, climbed 2.20% to close at 16,940 francs CFA. On a yearly basis, it is up 21%. For investors, this signals that major banking institutions remain a reliable way to capture growth in the regional economy. BC's strong fundamentals, combined with the bank's role in financing businesses and households, make it a pillar stock for those looking at financial services. Finally, Vivo Energy Côte d'Ivoire rose 1.27% to finish at 1,995 francs CFA. Compared to last year, it has gained 35.80%. This tells us that the energy sector, despite global challenges, remains central in West Africa and is delivering consistent returns. With energy consumption growing steadily across the region, companies like Vivo Energy remain important for balanced investment portfolios. To sum it up, even on a day when many stocks were declining, these 5 names, FILTISAC, ORAGROUP, BERNABE, BC, and Vivo Energy, prove that growth opportunities are always available. Now let's look at the indices. The BRVM Composite Index closed at 323.48 points, falling 0.38% for the day. But here is the important detail. Over the year, the index is still up 17.19%. For you as an investor, that means the long-term trend remains strong. Short daily declines don't erase the gains accumulated across months. The BRVM 30 Index, which tracks the 30 largest companies, ended at 160.17 points, down 0.29%. But again, on a yearly basis, it has advanced 15.45%. That tells us that the backbone of the exchange, its biggest companies, remains solid and continues to create value. The BRVM Prestige Index, which includes high-profile, reputable companies, dropped 0.61% to 136.19 points. On a yearly basis, it's still up 18.59%. The lesson here? Even when a day looks weak, the broader story is positive. Investors focused on annual performance rather than daily volatility are in a better position to stay calm and confident. In other words, yes, the market painted a red picture today, but the bigger canvas remains green. For long-term investors, the message is clear. Focus on trends, not on noise. Turning quickly to sectors, industry rose 0.59%, supported by FILTISAC, Consumer discretionary fell nearly 3%, reflecting some weakness in non-essential spending. Financial services slipped 0.30%, despite the strong performances of ORAGROUP and BC, showing that within the same sector, winners and losers can offset each other. For investors, this underlines the value of diversification, even within a single industry. Now, let's move to the bond market, which delivered a striking performance. Total trading volume reached 29,517 bonds, with a total value of 287,671 non 687 francs CFA. Compared to the previous session, this was an increase of more than 1,296% in volume. In simple words, the bond market exploded with activity. Several Senegalese government bonds were actively traded, including the 10-year with a 6.15% coupon, priced at 10,000 francs CFA, and the 8-year with a 6.30% coupon. These government bonds, with stable returns, are crucial for investors seeking predictable income streams. For example, if you are a business owner who needs cash flow planning, these coupon payments every 6 months or every year can help balance your finances. Private bonds also saw activity. One example is the gender bond from Ecobank Côte d'Ivoire, with a 6.50% coupon and maturing in 2029. For investors, bonds like this not only offer higher yields compared to traditional savings accounts, but also allow you to invest in themes with social impact, such as gender equality. The key lesson is this: bonds are an essential tool in any diversified portfolio. While stocks provide growth, bonds provide stability and income. Together, they help protect you against volatility. So, what can we take away from the September 29th session? First, even when indices fall slightly, there are always winning stocks. FILTISAC, ORAGROUP, BERNABE, BC, and Vivo Energy are concrete examples of resilience and growth. Second, the long-term picture remains bright. Indices are up between 15% and 17% over the past year. That shows that staying invested pays off. Third, the bond market is alive and kicking, with exceptional trading activity. For investors, that's a reminder to look at bonds as a way to generate regular income and reduce risk. For West Africa, these results confirm one thing: the dynamism of our regional financial market. Whether you are an entrepreneur, a professional, or a young graduate, there are opportunities tailored to you. Banks and distributors are showing resilience, energy companies are providing growth, and government bonds are ensuring security. And if you want to go further, don't forget Daba Pro. This premium subscription helps you get the best out of investing in Africa. You'll find weekly stock recommendations, detailed analysis, exclusive data, and even reduced fees on your trades. With Daba Pro, you don't just follow the market, you get ahead of it. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Daba Markets Talk podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another update. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, follow us, and share with friends. Remember, this information is for educational purposes. Always do your own research or consult with a financial advisor before making investment decisions. And download the Daba app on your app store to start investing in African stocks, bonds, and manage portfolios through your phone and find other helpful content. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing your financial knowledge.